One of the most haunting moments in God of War Ragnarok takes place at the Lady of the Forge, an ancient and mystical mermaid responsible for crafting weapons of immense power. As Kratos and Brok stand before her, something strange happens, or rather something doesn't happen. The lady does not acknowledge Brok. She doesn't look at him, doesn't react to his words, and treats him as if he isn't even there. But this isn't some mere oversight or rudeness on her part, no. This moment is far darker than it first appears. It's a subtle but devastating truth hiding in plain sight. And when you realize why the Lady of the Forge completely ignores Brok, the scene becomes one of the most chilling moments in the game. So let's break it down. Why does she refuse to acknowledge Brok? What does it mean for his existence? And how does it foreshadow one of the most heartbreaking moments in the entire story? In order to understand this eerie moment, we need to go back, and I mean way back, to a tragic event that shaped Brok's fate long before he even stepped foot in the Lady's Forge. You see, Brok actually died. At one point in the past, he lost his life, and his brother Sindri was unable to accept it. In his grief, Sindri did something desperate. He sought a way to bring Brok back, but in doing so, he made a fatal mistake. Sindri was able to retrieve Brok's soul from the depths of the Lake of Souls, but he only recovered 3 out of 4 fragments of it. This means that Brok was revived, yes, but not entirely. A part of him was missing, a piece of his very existence lost forever.
Long before you were born, there was an accident at the forge. Brok died. I couldn't accept it. I went to the Lake of Souls in Alfheim to steal him back. Legions of souls tried to stop me. I can still feel them crawling all over my skin. Thing is, I could only get 3 of his 4 soul parts back.
Sindri.
Brok just thought he got knocked out. I've been lying to him ever since. It's been eating at me lately.
At first, Brok had no idea this had even happened. He lived his life, he crafted weapons, he fought alongside Kratos, he was the same loud-mouthed, blue-skinned dwarf everyone knew and loved. But something wasn't right. Because in the laws of Norse universe, an incomplete soul is not just a minor flaw, it's a catastrophic one. A person with an incomplete soul is neither fully alive nor truly dead, more like a zombie, right? They exist in a kind of limbo, a state that defies the natural order. And while mortals like Kratos and even gods like Thor might not notice, divine beings, those connected to the spiritual realms, can see the truth. Or rather, in Brok's case, they can't see him at all. Now let's talk about her, the Lady of the Forge. This mermaid-like figure isn't just a skilled smith, she's an otherworldly being. She exists outside the mortal realm in a way few others do, and her perception of the world is vastly different from that of humans, dwarves, or even gods. When Kratos and Brok approached her, she acknowledges Kratos only. She sees Kratos, yes, but Brok, she acts as if he isn't even there at all. And this is where the truth becomes terrifying. The Lady of the Forge does not speak, not because she chooses not to, but because she literally cannot communicate with something that does not truly exist in her perception of the world. Brok, lacking a complete soul, is invisible to beings like her. To her, he is nothing, just an empty presence that should not be standing before her in the first place. In this moment, Brok doesn't understand why she won't look at him, why she won't respond. He brushes it off with his usual attitude, but there is something deeply unsettling about the way she completely disregards him. And this is a key moment of foreshadowing, because soon enough, Brok will learn this horrifying truth about himself. Later in the game, this seemingly small moment takes on a devastating new meaning. When Brok finally learns that he was revived without his full soul, it shakes him to his core. He realizes that he was never truly whole, that something inside him was missing this entire time. And in the final act of the game, Brok meets his fate. When his life is taken once more, this time there is no bringing him back. Without a complete soul, he cannot move on to an afterlife. He cannot return to the world of the living. He is simply gone. This makes the moment with the Lady of the Forge so much more tragic. She wasn't ignoring Brok to be cruel. She wasn't refusing to speak to him for any petty reason. No, she was showing us in the most subtle way possible that Brok was already doomed, that he had been living on borrowed time, and when that time ran out, there was no second chance. This is what makes God of War Ragnarok such a masterpiece. Even in the smallest moments, the game plants seeds of tragedy that don't fully bloom until much later. The Lady of the Forge's silence is more than just an earthquake. It was the game warning us of the inevitable, the heartbreaking truth that only becomes clear in hindsight. So tell me, did you notice this detail the first time you played, or did it hit you later once you knew the truth? Let me know in the comments below, and if you love deep dives into God of War lore, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more content. Until next time, remember to cherish every moment, because in the word of the gods, fate is never kind. Bye bye.